We have a, kind of a perfect storm here. We have aging, crumbling infrastructure coupled with severe environmental conditions.
The Manitoba government is investing $15 million into fixing pothole-ridden roads that were made even worse by recent storms. But one civil engineer says this announcement will barely make a dent into fixing the annual problem. The province will distribute the money to 137 municipalities on a per capita basis. The city of Winnipeg will receive nearly $9 million.
It is much needed funding, but there is probably more that will be needed to return the infrastructure to its original condition.
Civil engineering professor Ahmed Shalabi of the U of M's pavement lab says the recent weather storms in April and the continuous rain is detrimental for roads. Shalabi says the infrastructure needs to be redesigned as severe weather events become more common due to climate change.
These are all very damaging environments that the infrastructure has to go through, and we need to be able to account for those in our design and to build more of a bulletproof type of infrastructure that can withstand these storms better than the case is today.
Shalabi and his team at the U of M have been testing concrete in labs for years, trying to find a long-term solution to the pothole problem. He says they will have new data and results that will be shared with provincial officials soon. But at Monday morning's press conference, Premier Heather Stephenson, who was delayed after ironically hitting a pothole on the way, says the money won't go towards long-term solutions, instead filling potholes for the upcoming summer.
I think this is a shorter-term solution to get goods, moving in the communities, to make sure that people can get to where they need to be in a timely fashion.
Mayor Brian Bowman says $9 million will fill a lot of potholes across Winnipeg, adding to the 46,000 potholes that have been filled already.
Crews are starting to get ahead of them, but any additional dollars that we can utilize is going to go a long way. And I think folks, they're already starting to see those investments. Certainly today, things are a little bit better than they were a week or two ago.
MPI President Eric Herbelin says the Crown Corporation usually sees around 60 pothole claims across the province in March and April. This year, it was well over 300. Shalabi says Manitoba is facing a slow-rolling environmental disaster and wants both the provincial and federal governments to recognize it as such.
We need to dedicate some funds to the R&D required to develop the technologies and develop the standards that are going to be employed to keep this infrastructure in service.
In Winnipeg, Alex, Karpa City News.